Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I am just setting up my laptop. There we go. There it is. Okay, so laptop set up. You can see all your comments when you start getting here. Excuse me. In the meantime, I'll sit here and await your arrivals. Oh, here's the Crafty Witches. That's Kevin. Hello. How are you? Is it raining? It's absolutely tipping it down here. I'm not impressed. Not impressed in the slightest. I've got loads to show you tonight as well. I've got so much. Because I've been playing as well. It's come up slow connection. I don't think it is slow connection. I think basically it's just that, I mean, I'm on the fastest that I could possibly go on. I couldn't go any faster. Hello, Linda. Hello, Maria. Are you okay? I'm just saying, it's tipping it down here. I'm not impressed. I don't like rain. I'm starting to grow webbed feet and a beak or a bill like a duck. I want it to stop raining. I know we need the rain, but really, if it rained after dark, it'd be all right, wouldn't it? We wouldn't have to put up with it. Right, so I'll wait for a few more peoples to arrive. When you do arrive, please do give us a wave. Let us know that you're here. Say hello. I don't bite. Well, not often. Not in public, at least. Got a few more people arriving. Let us know that you're here. Say hello. Crafty Witches say it's just started. It's just started raining. Yeah, I've done a rain dance trying to puff it back up in your direction because I don't like it. Did I tell you I don't like it? Hi, Jackie. How are you? Linda's saying heavy rain due here tomorrow. Yeah, our forecast's that as well. I think I might be a little bit wet on my walk in the morning. I've got 13 more miles to go and then I've completed the walk 100 miles for prostate cancer research and I am so chuffed with myself and the fact I managed to do that. I did 6 miles on, what day was it? Sunday? No. Saturday. I went out Saturday morning just to do 4 miles and ended up doing 6. And I didn't even take a breather going up the Hill of Doom. Straight up there like a rat up a drain pipe I was. Tracy's here. Hiya, Tracy. Drop us a few comments. So you should be. And I thank you, Linda. Yeah, you know, I mean, you know my reasoning for doing it. Obviously, I think I've made that quite plain for everybody. But the fact that I've done it after having 2 lots of surgery on my manky toe, which is now, touch wood, doing really well. I've got some new insoles for my trainers, because there's nothing wrong with trainers. Trainers are fine. But I did get some other trainers, but they're really bendy. And because my toe now sticks up like that, so when I walk, I've got something to walk off. These are the trainers too bendy, and they hurt. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Ian. Are you okay, love? So I've used those as donors because I do like my Skechers insoles, and you can't buy Skechers insoles. Skechers don't do their own insoles. Don't know why, but I like that memory foam. But the memory foam on my good trainers, it was all eaten up. It had all started to fall apart. Well, they've probably walked at least 1,000 miles in those trainers. So anyway, enough waffle about my dodgy foot. Let's get crack-a-lacking, shall we? There's a few people here. So to start off with, you will have received the email if you get our newsletter. Becky sent you out an email to tell you all about the special offer that's on this week. Cast your mind back to the Best of Friends collection. I will hold up one of the toppers to give you a quick reminder. Do you remember that one? with a little pussycat, a little dog. So I love this collection so much. Over 400 A4 printable sheets, and you've got SVG files, and you've also got digistamps in there as well, which is really cool because it just gives you absolutely everything that you're going to need. So I've got it's like an idiot board, isn't it? It's a fly. How rude. That's going to annoy me now because it's like it's trying to upstage me, isn't it? Hi Caroline, Carolyn, how are you? Right, so in the Best of Friends collection, which is usually £12.99, is now half price, so it's £6.50. Of course, if you are a member of our coven, then you're going to get your discount off that as well. So it's well worth doing. I've put a link up there. And I know that on the Facebook group, Kevin's also been putting links up for you. So literally click on that. It's going to take you straight to the page where you can get it. Contained within 16 topper sheets. I had to double check that. And then I printed them all out. So I know there's definitely 16. Normally you get 8. There's 16 topper sheets. You've also got topper verses in 6x6, A6 and DL. 8 of each size. So, you know, I mean, £6.50 we're talking about here. Decorative papers, you've got landscape and you've got portrait. Because you know as well as I do, there's always going to be that long card and you're not going to have, if it's directional paper, you're not going to have that directional paper to be long enough. So you've got landscape and portrait. Carolyn's saying, made it having major drama at our house. Oh no, Caroline. That sounds ominous, love. I hope everything's all right. Right, so you've got 16 of each in a landscape and portrait. Then you've got your essential papers. There are 64 in total. 8 colourways, 8 designs, and you've got your positives and your negatives. Then you've got 8 solid colours. Inserts. There are 4 of each of these sizes. So there's 6x4, 6x6, 7x5, 7x7, 8x8, A4, A5 and DL. So there's 8. So there's 4 of each of those. Then you've got envelopes in 8 designs of envelopes. I love it when we've got a collection that's got envelopes because that just, do you know what? I buy cards and I can never find the envelopes. And often I buy card packs without the envelopes. And then I end up making my own card bases and not having envelopes. Some more envelopes, please. Linda, Becky, pretty please. Natalie's here. Hi, Natalie. How are you, love? Caroline's asking Ian if he's feeling better now. Right, moving on. We have got envelope liners. So as well as having the pretty envelopes, you've also got the liners to go inside. 8 designs, 5x7, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8, A5. A6, DL. Then you've got sentiments, 4 designs of sentiments in 2 colourways. So there's 8 in total. Now these are the ones where you've got all your relatives, then you've got your strip sentiments, and then you've also got your larger sentiments that are more of a greeting, like we wishing you a very happy birthday rather than just something that's going to fit on a strip. Linda's saying received. She's good to me, but don't tell her I said that. Embellishments. You have got 8 banners, 6 borders, 8 bows, 8 bunting, 8 flowers, 8 leaves. Then you've got inspirational words. You've got 1 in 4 colourways and 2 in 2 colourways. So these are the ones. I've actually printed one off because I was thinking inspirational words. I can't remember those. And as soon as I saw them, I thought, oh, I can remember them. That one. Do you remember those? Those massive words. These, I absolutely love these. And don't forget, you can resize them. So if you want that word and want it smaller, then you can do. And the others, I didn't print them off, but those are the lengthways ones. So like the vertical sentiments on there. So it'll say happy birthday going down, and they're in 2 different colours. Then you have got 8 pennants, 8 tags. These pages, by the way, not actual just number. You haven't just got 8 tags. You've got 8 pages of tags. Then you've got your alphabets. You've got 8 uppercase in 2 designs, 8 colourways, 8 lowercase in 2 designs, 8 colourways. And as I said earlier, you've got your SVG files, which contain doilies and envelope boxes, and you've also got digistamps for £6.50. So I didn't count every single element because I'd still be there trying to count them up, wouldn't I? Right, so let me go back on here so I can catch up with the comments. We've got Ian saying he's feeling a lot better. That's brilliant, Ian. Crafty Witches, got a suggestion for a new kit or new product? Let me know here. And there's a link. Kevin's actually put a link on there for a suggestion box. So we've got a suggestion box on the website. So if there is anything that you do want or you would like to see, clickety-click, tell us what it is. You never know. We might make your dreams come true. We are witches after all. Caroline's saying she's just finished a presentation frame using the Parliament of Owls. Sorry, no pictures. Due to children in picture and data protection. Oh, that's understandable. But yeah, I love that one. That collection's beautiful, isn't it? Me, am I out of breath? I am. Oh, I need a breather. I've had one of them funny afternoons. I've had palpitations all afternoon. Women of a certain age will identify with it, but it's one of those and it's driving me crackers. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fit and healthy, but it's just that, that flutter driving me mad. I keep going. Anyway, do you want to have a little look-see at what we've got? So, like I said, I printed out 16 topper sheets, and here's the first one. So I'm going to hold it up and then hopefully keep them in the right direction. So we've got that one. Let me move it back a little bit so you can see it all. There we go. Look at that little fella in his rubber ring. He's in an old tyre swing. And you've also got these gorgeous florals as well. And next up is this one. So this is one of the concept cards that Becky's so good at designing. Literally cut it out and stick it on the front of an 8x8 and there you go. And you've also got one for like a 6x4, and you've got the little kitty cats. We love a little kitty cat. Next, you've got your oval windows, as I like to call them. These are absolutely fabulous if you want to add some acetate over the top and some little sprinkles behind, some little bedazzles or some glitter. Turn them into shaker cards. I do love a shaker card. Next up, you've got your circle toppers. And as you can see there, you've got that gorgeous little birdhouse, you've got the kitty cat, you've got the little dogs, you've got circle sentiments. And next, you've got square toppers and the sentiments. And again, these gorgeous florals that we've got. And the little pussycats. I think that he's the cat next door and he's going, would you like to come out on a date with Meow? I think that's what's happening there. And then, I mean, let's face it, most cats don't ask, do they? There we go. And the next one are the ovals. And remember, if you've got the oval nesting dies that we used to do, these are sized appropriately so they fit. And you can see there is a little bit of a bleed around the edge as well. You see you've got that little cheeky kitten now is in that tyre swing. You see, I'd like to have a go at that, but I'll probably end up getting myself wedged in there. And the fire brigade would have to come out and they wouldn't know which bit was tyre and which bit was my belly. Next up, another concept card. You've got the octagonal one. These would be gorgeous for a wedding card. They're all about the love. And then this one is especially lovely with all those beautiful florals. Next, you've got the star card and the hexagon card. And then you've got little mini toppers. Now, I had this brainwave. Oh, it's a good job I was sitting down. No wonder I've had palpitations. You could print these out onto heavy card, like 250, 300 GSM, whatever your printer will take. Print them out twice. I had to think then, yeah. So if you print them out twice, you'd have 2 of each. Then you could do the memory game with the little ones, because they're quite cute characters. For little ones, you could put them all out and then pick them up and then try and find its pair. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? Probably not. So those are your square. Oh yeah, snap, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? You've got another concept card. And then square toppers with these beautiful floral borders. Next up, you've got more of those gorgeous squares. You've got that little birdhouse, square sentiments. Blimey, there's loads. My arms are aching. Then you've got another one of the gorgeous concept cards, and you've got more little toppers along the bottom, more sentiments, all colour coordinated. And then this one, I think this is probably my favourite. Hi Caroline, how are you? Hello! I love these ones. I've actually done, one of my demos is using this one. So you've got the little dog and the little cat on there. And then you have got the poetry toppers. So I'm going to read it out to you. I've got one in each size. This one, 6x4. Actually 6x4. So basically, cut it out and stick it on a card and it's done. Quality time, it says, oh, I need my stronger glasses. Do you know my eyes? I'm all right with those. These are a 2, +2. These are a +2.5, and I need them now for smaller things. My arms aren't long enough. It says, quality time with grass beneath feet and blue sky overhead. We make our way through the winding path up ahead. The wind kisses our skin with chilly embraces, leaving rosy cheeks and a smile on our faces. Oh, how I love to explore and take in the view. This time is so perfect as I get to share it with you. Oh, that's so lovely. So that's the 6x4 one. This is just one of them because you get 4 in each. Then 6x6, so let me show you that one. And I remember when we actually launched this, I did this as a card front and I printed it out several times and then cut around the wreath and lifted it up. So it actually made like a proper wreath on it. A note of love. Here's a note that's just for you to pick you up when you're blue. Think of all our times together, the memories that last forever, all the hugs and laughter shared, all the funny stories heard. Our friendship is a shining light guiding you through the darkest night. I love you. So that's your 6x6. And then an example of the DL, which is this one. New baby. Welcome to the world, little one. You truly are a gift of love. Sent for us to cherish a little cherub from up above. We are so very lucky to have you in our family. A perfect, sweet darling for us to love eternally. You see, when that says new baby, it doesn't necessarily mean the human baby. That could be for a new puppy or a new kitten. Just thinking of the theme. Right, so remember what I said about portrait and landscape. Portrait papers, landscape papers. Brilliant. Such a fantastic idea. And then, of course, I've already shown you with this one. This is one of those lovely words, inspirational words. Cherish, treasure, love, wish and magical. And you've got those in different colourways. And I think, if I remember, there are 4 of them. 4 colourways. Right, so that's the collection. Let me pop that back on it so I don't lose it. And then, of course, I did some playing. So I made a little simple card, just one of the toppers. Cut it out, printed it a couple of times, cut it out and then laid it up. But this collection in particular, it lends itself to being decoupaged quite a lot. I've only done this once, but if I'd printed again, I could have cut out the head and the arm and lifted that up. So you can actually start to really get some depth on your cards. And then just a little twinkle on the heart. So that's 2 of the different background papers there as well, which is really cool. Blimey, they're too strong. I need one of those Larry Grayson chains, don't I? So I can swap over. This one, really quick and simple, using the topper sheet that's got all the florals. It's also got these cute little birdies. And again, printed a couple of times, lifted up onto 3D foam and that is a 5-minute card. And of course, because Crafty Witches is very, very generous with the angel policy, you can make and sell. So you can make as many as you want, sell them for your own personal profit, or indeed if you want to give to charity. These would make great ones for Cats Protection League, wouldn't they? Or like the PDSA or something like that, you know, really good charities. And then this is one of my favourite toppers. This one I've printed out a couple of times. I've added some of the decorative paper in the background and some of the solid colours, and then I have decoupaged it. So I think this was printed 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. So there's one layer there and then another one, and then let me tip it like that. So there you go, you can see what that looks like. When I'm looking down, I'm actually looking at my laptop because it's like a couple of seconds behind, but I can actually see what you're looking at. Getting good at this. It's like a preview monitor. And of course I added some sparkles, because who doesn't love a little bit of sparkle? So like I said, this is the Best of Friends collection. Over 400 A4 printable sheets with SVG files, and it's also got digistamps. Now, if you don't use SVG files and you haven't got a cutting machine, don't worry, because you don't have to use them. They're just in with the collection. So they look at it that you're paying for the collection, and those are just little extra bonuses. Carolyn is saying, I like the landscape papers go well in picture frames when presentation of brownies and rainbows. At the moment, I use the inserts with a heart word art for a member who is moving up or leaving the group. Oh, that's lovely. I like those word clouds. Have you seen those? I think they're fab. All the different colours of words. So it could be like a theme, like holiday, and then you'll have all the different words in different colours. Some are large, some are small. I quite like that idea. Right, let's have a little tidy up. We'll move these out of the way. There we go. And I'm going to twizzle you around because we're going to go for demos. So bear with, close your eyes if you're going to get giddy, and then there we are. That was quite seamless actually. I'm getting quite good at this. Let me get you lined up. And anyone who's not seen a live before and you're thinking, hang on a minute, it's backwards. It is because I'm using my forward-facing camera. It's the only way I can do this because I can't switch. Once you're live, you can't switch onto like rotating your camera. I'm not quite sure why, because like if you're doing a WhatsApp video, you can do it, but for some reason, FaceApp won't let you do it. So you've got me backwards. These are the, look, I've got some extras. These are all my little extra bits and bobs. And I thought, well, we'll keep those because you never know. We might use them in a demo. Who knows? But to start off with, and I had to have a quick double check right across my desk as well. Make sure there's nothing top secret on here. But there isn't. I've moved it. I've hidden it. That said, it could be that it's hanging around somewhere and you might see it when I twizzle the camera. Right, so I've cut myself a 7x7 card. And when I say I've cut myself a 7x7 card, what I mean is I had an 8x8 card and I cut an inch off either side, because I like 7x7 better than 8x8. I think sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed with the size of the 8x8. There's a lot of surface to cover. So 7x7, it's just a little bit more doable. And also, when you have this topper, it means that could go on a 6x6 easily, but because I've got the extra space around here, I can then start to add in extra papers. What did I do with those samples? Right, oh, there we are. Yeah, because this is a 6x6. You see, that'll fit perfectly on a 6x6. So if that's your preferred size, wicked. If you want to make that larger, if you've got an A3 printer, by all means go for it, because that'd be brilliant. Or if you wanted to use your snapshot tool and then isolate it and then print to fit, that would actually be an 8x8, so it would be a lovely large size. But likewise, you can also make that go whoop, and you can make it smaller. So if your preferred size is like a 5x5, then the thing is with digital files is that you have got that capability to start tailoring it to your own preferences. So my go-to size card is normally a 6x6, so this is perfect. But sometimes if I'm making like a batch of them, I want to drop the size down to a 5x5. I can do, because all I need to do is just reduce that in size, and then it works. You know what I mean. I'm starting to prattle, aren't I? I shall shut up and carry on. Word art is similar with the group name and the children within their group. That's a lovely idea, Carolyn. And that's something for them to treasure as well, isn't it? Is it as they're getting older and they're moving on to girl guides? You see, I wasn't in the guides. A little funny anecdote for you. I was in the brownies. I was an imp, which I rather liked. And I was booted out of the brownies because I had a fight. Well, actually, what happened is we were all standing there waiting to line up. You know, like all the gnomes were together, and the pixies and the sprites and the imps and everything. And there was a girl, Lisa Myers her name was, and she used to pick on me and she pushed me. So I turned around and you know, sometimes you just snap. So I pushed her back, but Brown Owl only saw me pushing Lisa Myers. So she said, right, that's it. Begone, foul child. So off I went, and I joined Boys Brigade, and it was fabulous. Well, it's a girls' brigade. I much preferred that, and I got to march as well. I loved marching. I was a very strange child. We actually did a marching competition in the Blackpool Tower ballroom. I've got a photograph of me. We were all standing on the stairs waiting to go in, and there's this little rosy-cheeked, curly-haired, mischievous looking one, and I was standing next to her. Anyway, right, so I've got some fancy papers there that I've put that on, and then I'm just lining that up. And what I've done is I've popped some white paper in between each layer just to break them up. You don't have to do that, but again, it's all personal preference, isn't it? Sometimes I like to put them all together so there's no white in between, and sometimes I just like to break it up a little bit. And then look at this green. Isn't that just lush? I'll let you into a secret. I'm saying we've started decorating. We haven't started decorating at all. We've been mooching about for nearly a month. Graham's done some preparation, and I've cleared the bookcase off. But he's working full time, and I am quite busy doing prep and everything. And we've decided, because he's really, really old and I'm getting really, really old, we're going to take our time with this decorating, but we have got the paint. And this is a very, very similar colour to the paint, or one of the paints. We've got 3. I know, get us. We've got one for all of the walls and the ceiling, apart from the bottom of 2 walls where we've added some like wood panelling. It does look really cute. I'll show you what it looks like. It's like, if you can imagine, you've got a wall. I know I'm going way off, aren't I? Look, so you go like that and put that on the wall. Obviously it's equal, and then you put one at the top like that, and then you get another one. These are all little strips out my bin. I'm such a womble. Like that, and then there'll be another bit there, and then another bit there, like that. Can you see what I mean? So it just adds some feature to it, because I hate wallpaper. I've never liked wallpaper. Anyway, I told you I kept having palpitations. This is what's happening to me. I'm starting going off on a tangent. Anyway, let's get this stuck down. So this is the base of the front of the card. So I'm just going to scribble my glue onto that. Ta-da! There we are. Like so. And that's really pretty as it is, but I printed it out 3 times. And I thought, all of the demos that I do for you, they're always so prepared. It's almost like I'm over prepared, and you don't see me actually constructing the card itself. So I thought, let's change that today, Sheridan. Let's do something a bit different. We'll actually do some cutting out. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. So what I thought I'd do, because obviously if I'm cutting out up here, I ain't going to be able to see it. So what I thought I'd do is actually just move you down a little bit like that, so you're closer. And I know you're a little bit wonky. Well, you're not wonky, it's me that's wonky. But if I do that, how's that work? It works. What's Jackie saying? Is that topper actual size, or have you snapshot? No, this is the actual size, Jackie. What did I do with those? What's it? Let me have a little rummage through and I will find it for you. There it is. That's the page. But don't forget there's 16 pages. So you've got the 2, I think that's about 12.5. It's about 5 inches. I'll measure it in a minute. And then you've also got your sentiments. You've got, oh, it's a cute little kitty. And then you've got your doggy. And then you've got your dog one as well. And the dog one is, excuse my arm, that one. So yeah, they are actual size. You've got so many different sizes in here. And I love it. I love this collection. When I was talking to Linda the other day, and we were saying about what we were going to be doing, and I'm going, best of friends. Best of friends. Because I love this woman. Look at this. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut away all of the stuff that I don't want. Tell you what I'll do, I'll use my big scissors, because I know those little scissors can be quite irritating to people. So I'm going to come in here, and anything that I'm not going to decoupage, I cut away. So then I know exactly, it's like, let the dog see the rabbit. There we go. So I'll come in down here and along there, just to remind myself what I'm doing. I'll get rid of the excess bits. I was going to measure that for you, wasn't I? Let me measure it. So if we start off there, that's at 12, that's at 17. So it's just shy of 5 inches square. So perfect for your 6x6s. Right, so this is this one, so I'm going to cut it out. Get my scissors the right way around. Now these ones, we were talking about these the other day. They are serrated on one side. So it depends on which way you pick them up. If you cut this way, the serration will be underneath. If you cut that way, so I always cut with Tim's name facing me. Have you seen these new snips that he's brought out with Tonic? They do look very nice. They're the, you know, like secateurs, they've got thick handles and you go like that. They've got a spring in the middle. So it's either one of those metal springs, like a coil, or a proper spring. So you can change whichever one you want. And you've got the little ones, and then you've got a longer blade. And literally you're just going to be going like that with them rather than that. I might have to investigate those, you know, because they do sound quite interesting. And I was thinking, do you know what? I've had these particular scissors for, oh, it's got to be a good 6 years now, this one, because this is my newest pair. This is my TV pair. And I've never sharpened them. And all of the Tim scissors that I've got, and believe me, I've got a lot. I've got a pair in the greenhouse. I've got a pair in the car. A pair in the kitchen, brilliant for cutting through chickens. You know when you buy a chicken and you, instead of using a knife, just snip with the scissors. And because I actually think using a scissor for me, being as I'm Mrs. Clumsy, is actually a little bit safer than using those extremely sharp knives that Graham has. So if I'm making a casserole or something, then I'll chop the meat up with them as well. And they just go in the dishwasher. And they are still as sharp now as they were. Yeah, the pair in the car is for emergencies. Then I've got a pair which I use for snipping labels off jumpers and blouses that have been sewn in with catgut or something like fishing wire. You know what I mean? Why do they do that? You've got the most beautiful dress or blouse and all day you're scratching at your neck because they've stitched in the label with something horrible. Well, I've got a pair for snipping those out and for snipping my fringe, because my fringe does get a little bit out of control. It's like my hair doesn't grow that much, but my fringe, blimey. Anyway, as you can see, move the card as you open and close the scissors and you'll get a nice smooth cut. Jenny, hiya Jenny, you all right, love? She's saying beautiful set. Hopefully can have this one from my May voucher. I'll get Linda to clarify that, but I don't think there'll be an issue with that. Kevin, Linda, if either of you could answer Jenny for me, please. I don't think there'll be a problem because it's half price, but you can still use your Cauldron discount on it if you are, Coven discount, should I say, if you're a Coven member. So I'll say I don't think there's a problem, but I'll get one of them to answer you. I never thought of asking that. So yeah, this is Best of Friends. Normally $12.99, which is incredible value for what you're getting. You think of the content in this. £12.99 is not bad, but an incredibly special offer of half price. Now, you see this lovely border we've got here? I'm actually cutting along that. And then we'll go up here, and then there's a little paw. And then just that little leaf. Here we go. We go snippety snip there. So that is going to be my first layer. Now you see this bit here in the middle. I could leave that. Let me get the card. I could leave it because you can't really see it, but it'd bug me. So what I do is, if you get your pokey tool, mind your fingers, and just hold that like that and poke through. So there's a hole in the middle of it. Then you can go in with your snippy snips and actually snip that out. That's the other beauty of having these scissors, because they do snip to the tip. So what I'm going to do is come around here. And it doesn't matter if you cut off something like that, because it's going to be showing through from underneath that gap. And then I can come in here around that lacy frill. There we go. I went to Asda this afternoon to get a few bits, and a couple of weeks ago I'd seen a pair of shorts and I thought, oh, they're nice. So I picked them up, my size, on the hanger, brought them home. Size smaller. Was not impressed. So I went back today and I thought, oh, I'll get those shorts, because they didn't have any in when I took them back. I'll get those shorts. So of course I've gone back, got the shorts, got them home, same thing. So I'm not impressed. Right, so now, don't worry, this won't hurt her. Snip! And then I can come around here. Now, I've got that one there on the second layer, so this is where I want to decide which flowers are going to be on that third layer. And I think what I'm going to do is chop that one and then just have the spiky one. So I'll bring that around and we'll get rid of that one as well, just to make it a little bit different. So if you decrease each time you go up a layer, Right, so remember we've come along the border, so I shall snip that straight away, so I don't need that. And then I can come in, and I'm actually going to remove a few of those little petals as well, just to make it stand out a little bit more. And then we've got the border. Linda's saying, say again please. Yes you can. The price has been reduced on the website, so yes, the voucher will be valid. Thank you. I thought it would be. I suppose, is it if you've got a discount code, you couldn't use the voucher with a discount code? I don't know. I've got a discount code for dresses at Roman at the moment. They're 25% off. And I keep having a little look. Shouldn't do, but I can't help it. Oh, and if you are interested, the discount is Shine, all in capital letters, if you're after a dress. There we go. Right, so just bring that around and there, beep. And then that's that little flat bit there. So we'll pop that on there. Let's have a tidy up. Got a little itty bitty bits in the bin. And then I've got little kitty. And what I did on that one, can you see I've actually cut out like her little cheek pouches. I'm going to do the same on this one, but I'm going to go a little bit closer. So I'm not going to leave as much white. This is where these scissors come in really handy because they're so sharp. Then I can go in and just pick out those little extra bits. There we are. And then there's the border. So we'll cut that one. And then cut a little bit closer. Oops. There we go. Around any corners, we'll just move the card like that. And don't worry about the whiskers, because the whiskers are on the first layer. Because sometimes I think when you've got little fine elements like whiskers and butterfly antenna, if you cut them out, they can look a little bit clunky. So if you are decoupaging, don't cut them out, just cut them off. There we go. Right, so if I turn you like that. Woohoo! Oh, I'm getting a dab hand at this, aren't I? I'm well practiced. And now I can start to bob this together. So I have some 3D foam. And what I want to do is pinch the ears just a little bit, just to give them a bit of dimension, like that. And then we'll give a little bit of dimension just by stretching those paper fibres up to the flowers. And then we can stretch those as well. And a little paws. Now, because the tail is quite thin, what I will do is bob a little bit of wet glue and stick that down. So as it comes out the envelope, you don't want the tail to fall off. So anything like that, when you've got little bits and bobs, just use a bit of wet glue. So I'll move that out of the way a minute. So just a little dab. Okay, and then we can go ahead and start to add some 3D foam to the back. So this one I've done as a double thickness because I want it to raise up a little bit more. So I'm just going to add that into the centre. So it's going to give a dome. You can use glue gel to do that as well. But I want to use 3D foam on this one, just to make it a little bit different, because you've seen me use glue gel to do that. And then just a small bit just into that pinch, so the pinch doesn't go flat. Scissors are for opening packets and boxes. Scan and cut is for cutting out stuff. Oh no, I love cutting out. I find it quite therapeutic. It's just as well because I'm cutting out flowers at the moment for the pop-up boxes that we've got on the show on Thursday, and there are a lot of them. But I quite like it. It's just, you don't have to think. Have I smudged that glue? I have, haven't I? I've probably dipped my elbow in it or something. There we go. The Untidy Crafter. There we go. I thought I'd pop that one. Should have called myself the Clumsy Crafter, shouldn't I? Because I'm always so clumsy. And then this layer, again, I can add some curves and a little pinch there and there to the ears. And then I've got a 3D foam for his head. There we go. Actually looks like it's stopped raining. I think it might have done. Tilly's playing out at the moment as well, so she's going to come in all soggy. Tilly's the fluffy cat as well. It's always the fluffy one that likes going out and getting wet. So I'm going to line that up where I want it to go and then drop that down. You see, just by pinching the ears, you get that little bit of extra dimension. And then we've got the flowers, which I will bob a bit of foam across the middle. And then line that up like so. Pop that on there. And then finishing touches will be some sparkles. Right. Oh, we've got, hang on a minute. We've got comments. Let's have a look. Sometimes that's faff, agree. I'm a lefty who cuts out right-handed, but I still like fussy cutting. How does that work? You must be ambidextrous then. You have to be. Is that because you couldn't get left-handed scissors when you were little, so you had to teach yourself how to use right-handed scissors? And then Jackie's saying, what cardstock are you using? This is 250 GSM brick cardstock, because I do like a sturdy card for toppers when I'm doing shaping. This one is 200 GSM, so the papers and the green is 200 GSM, so there's a mixture in there. But I wanted the toppers, the first topper was actually on 200 because it didn't need to be too heavy, but when I'm doing something that I want it to keep a shape, I'll use something a bit sturdier. So that's actually the brick. I'm not sure if we've got any in stock on the website. I'm hoping that we have. I know that we were getting a bit low. I don't know if Linda's managed to get some more in for us. But I will have some on the show on Thursday if you're running a bit low. So if you can't get it on the website, then it'll be on there. And then I'm going to add just a little smidge of glitter onto the pockets. And then just a little bit on that lovely cornflower. And down here. There we go. Only needs a little tiny bit. So you could add jewels and gems and whatnots and stuffs if you wanted to. And with this one, just to show you a contrast, I've kept this straight. So I've not put any curvature at all into this one. I kept him completely flat. But with that one, I just wanted to show you something a little bit different. So same topper sheet, but just and same card size, similar papers, same sizes. So this is, oh, let me remember, that's 16 and a half, 15 and a half, 14 and a half, and then 13 and 12 and a half centimetres on a 7x7 card. So what do you reckon? Caroline's saying left-handed scissors were not available when I was a kid, and by the time they were, I had got too used to cutting out right-handed. But I think most lefties are pretty good with the non-dominant hand, as it's a right-handed world. Yeah, you have to be. I'm really lucky because I'm right-hand dominant, but I can use my left hand, because when I was a baby, when I was little, everything I wanted to do with my right hand, so I'd reach for with my left hand, so I'd reach for things with my left hand, like if someone offered me a biscuit or something, or a Farley's rusk. And my grandmother said, "It's the sign of the devil himself." So I was then forced to become right-handed. That's actually what she sounded like. So now I do use my right hand for cutting and stuff, but I can use my left hand. And if I'm like drinking, I'll use my left hand. I wear my watch on my right hand as well, which is really annoying because when you're writing, it gets in the way. I have to take it off. Oh, look, caught the sun a bit the other day. Look, a few freckles. That was like, look, got a little band there. I'd like to say it was while I was out doing my walk, but it's not. It was while I was sitting in the pub on Sunday afternoon. While I was sitting in the pub garden. So it was very, very nice weather. Right then, let's have a look, see what else we're going to do with this one. So I've got another demo for you. How long have we got? What time is it? I've got 10 minutes yet. There we go. I remember my mum always saying, because she's left-handed, saying to me, when she first started to read and write, she'd pick up a pencil, and instead of writing that way, she was mirroring what she was watching. So she actually started writing that way and wrote everything backwards, because right-handed people write away. So she thought she could do that, because I know a lot of left-handed people hold the pen like that so they don't smudge the ink, don't they? I think it's quite cool, actually. And it's not a sign of the devil himself. I know it's not. That was my daft grandma. Right. Look at that colour. It's like a mulberry, isn't it? I quite like that colour. A mulberry purple. So this is 160 paper, because I didn't want the card to be too heavy, because it's a little card. I'm actually running out of the brick. She says dropping enormous hints. I love that brick though. I love that card. Right then. So this is a 6x4 card. Which way do I need to go? That way. Yes. I got it right this time. Caroline's saying, I wear my watch on my left hand. I've nearly worn my drink a few times as I can imagine. But yeah, I'm that annoying person at a dinner party. Oh, dinner parties, darling. Like, I'm always going to dinner parties. No, you know, they always put your side plate on one side. And then they'll put your glass. Your glass is usually on your right hand side. Well, I changed my glass over because I like my glass on my left. It's a rum do, isn't it? Wouldn't it be odd if we were all the same? Pauline Wheeler's left-handed, but I just take the mickey out of her and call her cack-handed, because when she's cutting out, she does look ever so funny, the way she holds the scissors. Right, so pretty patterned paper, and then there's method in my madness, believe me. There's some white card, and I've got a sentiment here that says sending warm hugs. This is one of the toppers sheets, and I've cut that down, and I'm just going to add a bit of glue and then place that one there like so, and just scribble through the middle, and then that is going to go in there. And you're thinking, what's she done that for? She covered up all that pretty paper. But with that pretty paper, which is really pretty, when I put that on top of it, it got lost. I couldn't see it. And then when I got that one, that was lost as well. This one is from one of the topper sheets. Let me grab the toppers that I've got. No. because I printed them out twice. So there's the sending warm hugs. So that one's from there, and then we've got this little chap. Just so cute. And then this is one of the, that's from there. You can even see where I cut it out. There's the birdies from that one. That one, can't remember which one. Right, so what my idea was, this is one of those lovely florals. So I thought we'll have that going around about there. And then we'll have her there and him. Let me put my lid back on the glue, otherwise it's going to go a little bit dry. And we can cut him out as well. So again, because I'm going to be cutting around, I'm just snipping away any of the excess card. So this just makes it easier when you're cutting out, that it's not bashing onto your scissors. All right then. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a line around him. We'll go in like this. So cute. Look how cute this is. But it's cute without being too childish, I think. Mind you, I'm saying that all grown-ups will like it. Well, of course they do. I am one. I know it is debatable, but apparently I am. Oh, it's nearly my birthday as well. Going to be on holiday for my birthday. Son and myself. I can't wait. This time 2 weeks. What time is it? 8 o'clock nearly. I'll be in bed because we've got to be up early to get to the airport. Oh, very, very excited. There we go. So that's him. Cut him out. When is it? It's mid-June. Caroline's saying, I went to a dinner party where the gravy boat had the handle to the side for right-handed pouring, and I had to get someone to pour the gravy for me as I couldn't do it. Can you imagine? You'd have a plate full of gravy, wouldn't you? You'd either have a tiny, tiny little dribble or a plate full. It's control, isn't it? It's what you get used to. Yeah, it's in the middle of June. It's my birthday. Not too long to wait. Graham said to me today, what would you like for your birthday? I said, oh, you won't be able to afford what I want for my birthday. And what's that? Facelift. One of those, you know, when they tighten everything up for you. It's like a non-invasive thing, but it's really expensive. So unless I win the postcode lottery, you're going to have to put up with my wrinkles. Right, there we go. So I'm adding some shape in there. Now for this one, I am going to use some glue gel, because if I use 3D foam, then that forms a rigid block. The glue gel, the little puppy and the kitten can actually like slide into it, so to speak, rather than hitting a block of 3D foam. So I'm going to be generous with it. And then, where's my pocket tool? What did I do with my pocket tool? There it is. I found something else out today as well. Look at this, watch. Oh, I'm going off at a tangent. Right. Pocket tool, scissors. Whoop. Look. Oh, it's magic. I know, I don't know what's happening. I do actually worry about myself sometimes, the things that I find out. How did I even find that out? Because I was faffing. Right, get a little bit of glue gel on there. I reckon that there's some jiggery pokery going on somewhere, and there's a new magnetic field arrived. And that is, it's some Doctor Who thing or something. And that is why my poker tool is now a magnetic. Now, is it my poker tool or is it my scissors? Actually, I'm assuming it's the poker tool. But it could jolly well be the scissors. Is it the scissors? Let's just have a look. No. Oh, yeah, there's a pull. I can feel a little pull. Whee! No. I don't even think that made out of steel, so... or whatever it is. Right, so... 3D glue gel. And then I can do a little bit of shaping. Caroline's saying I think it's the scissors. Do you reckon? I'll get a pin and see if that... Because pins, it's iron, isn't it, that's magnetic. Bit of glue gel behind him. And then he can go in there. And then we'll get a bit of glue gel behind her. And look, they could be holding hands together. Or paws. Look, they're holding paws. Oh, there you go. I'm doing a squeeze. Look, you've got to do this when you've got this pin flare, because otherwise it'll dry out. You do a little bit, just so there's a bit showing, and then put your lid on, and it creates a seal over, and then it'll last. I've had this one for yonks. Right, next time you see me on the telly, I'll be there with a craft knife digging it all out. Okay, so we've got a little bit of sparkle just to go on the flowers. I'll pop a little bit on that one as well, just on the end, like so. There we go. Oh, I've just touched something on the computer and it's gone all funny. Oh, that's it, it's gone now. Right, where's the pin? Let me get a pin. You're right, Caroline. Why are the scissors magnetic? Have they always been magnetic? And I'm just so dim that I didn't realise. Oh, this is going to be hours of endless fun now. You do know that. Oh, yes. Is that a... I wonder if the blade is, though. No, surprisingly enough, that isn't magnetic. Oh, God, can I feel the pull there? Are these magnetic? Are all scissors magnetic? And all of a sudden, I am like the only fool in the world who didn't know that. Please answer that question for me. Oh, how sad am I? You're all probably sitting there howling with laughter at how stupid I am. And then I always say I'm a techno trog, but it would appear I'm a crafting trog as well. Oh, anyway. I'm just putting my pin back in my card. Look, this is where it lives. It's my glue on blocker pin. Right, so let's have a look at what we made. So we've done this one. And then we've got that one. And then that was the other one that I did. I've done with that other card. Here it is. There it goes. It's such a lovely collection. So let me twizzle you around. So shut your eyes so you don't go giddy. Twizzle you around. Oh, I think you just thrown my bin then. I actually emptied it this morning because it was absolutely chocker and overflowing. Take those off. The only thing with having, because I've got one of those, you know, like influencers have. They have those circle lights, and apparently they put them behind the phone. It's actually got a holder in it for the phone, and they put it there, and it gives them like circles in their eyes. So I tried it, but I just looked a bit mad. So I'll have it over there. But because it's over there and it's shining onto where I do the demos, when I put my Spectrix on, look, you can see it. This is Mr. Ons. Look, you can line it up. Ooh. It's like Sonic and his rings, isn't it? Anyway, I need to put them back on now because I need to read the comments. Hold on. Jackie's saying she didn't know. I didn't know either. I don't know if it's all scissors or if it's just crafting scissors or if it's just an anomaly. But I'm liking that I now, if I'm bored, can just waft my scissors over pins and pick them up. And it also means if I drop a pin on the floor, I can use my scissors to pick them up instead of bending over and putting them back out. That's good, isn't it? Anyway, to recap. Best of Friends is half price. So that's £6.50 instead of £12.99. It's already discounted on the website, so if you are a cover member and you've still got your voucher, you can use that against it, or you can use your cover member discount on it as well, which is really cool, so you can get it for even cheaper than £6.50. Over 400 A4 printable sheets with digistamps and SVG files, and like I said, right at the very top of the hour. If you haven't got an electronic cutting machine, don't worry, because you don't need one. If you don't want to use those SVG files, then that is fine. But it's the collection is your main thing. I've got just a few more comments coming in. Kevin's put that link on straight to that Best of Friends collection, so you can just go straight on there, which is good. Testing my scissors for magnetic pull. I've just dropped the pin from my glue on the floor, so I'll have to hunt for that shortly. Sorry. Oh, Steph's already downloaded it. Steph, please do share photographs of anything that you've done in the group so we can actually have a little nosy Parker at what you've been up to as well. And everybody, if you want some inspiration, then if you go on to albums, have a look in the albums. So there's like, I think on the, let me have a look, on the group. Do you know what? I've got that many pair of glasses in here. Look, I could be glasses wearer of the year. Look, there's the red ones, and then there's the purple ombre, and then I've got my tortoiseshell ones, which are the really strong ones. And actually, you can tell they're really strong because they're making my eyes look massive. They look like Bambi. Anyway, yeah, go into albums and then scroll down or use the little magnifying glass, put in Best of Friends, and all of the samples that the sample makers did for us when we launched this will actually be in that album. So that actually means that there's loads of inspiration already on Creative Friends for you. Steph's saying will do. Or do, please, because I love it when people share what they've been up to. And it means that, you know, I mean, it's like crafting is sharing, isn't it? You have very pretty eyes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, when I first met my husband, it was very rude. He said he thought I'd got shark eyes. Eyes like a shark. Like really dark. So I said, well, at least I haven't got rat teeth. And we did stay together and we did get married. Yeah, so my friend always used to call me cow eyes, which I'm not sure if that was if that was a compliment or not, probably not. Anyway, on that bombshell, I will bid you good day. Now, I am on air, don't forget, Hobby Maker on Wednesday the 23rd at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. with the launch of the new Book of Spells Summer 2024. Loads of sneak peeks going on across our socials. So have a look on Pinterest, on YouTube, on Facebook, TikTok, Insta, all of the sample makers. They are beautiful samples, seriously. I did give you a sneak peek on Friday. So if you haven't seen that, head on over to YouTube or have a scroll back through Creative Friends because the video will still be there. Also, I've got Sharon the Cats. You know, Sharon Callis. I've got her jewel box on the show. So that's the SVG files with the bonus papers and the bonus print and cut. And I've also got the pop-up box, which is amazing because Linda, who's got an A3 printer, has printed out A3 pop-up box. And I'm going to put it together and then you're going to see this enormous pop-up box. So do tune in on Thursday. And then on Friday this week, shall I show you? I haven't put it together yet. And it is on the website. And if you haven't seen it, if you've like missed out, oh, you need to see it. So Ian has made some fabulous samples with this. But on Friday at 2 p.m, There you go. Junk journal. And this is what I'm going to be doing now. I know Jackie was asking about these. I'm just going to very quickly tell you. I know I've run over the hour, but it doesn't matter, does it? These are the duo pages. And Jackie was asking because they stick to the pages. So let me... Where's page? I had it all in order and I've muddled it all up. There's page. Right, so let me bob that back in there. So what you do... Cut the border off if your printer doesn't print borderless like mine. Cut down there. Hang on a minute. Put your specs on, Sheridan. I'm really going to show you this really quickly. And I do need you to watch on Friday. Just because I'm showing you it now, don't give you an excuse to go out gallivanting to the pub. Right. So this is going to be my page 7 and 8. See that tab? Sticks onto the tab. And then I've got that one, which is going to stick to that. And that one is going to stick. Let me move that up, budge it up. There we go. So it's going to be, they're going to be back to back. It's to save space, really, rather than Becky doing just one page at a time. These duo pages, they're two together, so you cut them in half. I hope that makes sense. If you don't, tune in on Friday, Facebook Live, 2 p.m. I'm getting all confuddled. Thursday, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Hobbymaker. Friday, 2 p.m. here on Facebook. And we'll be doing junk journal. And I'm going to get inky because I'm going to get my distress inks out and I'm going to go back to basics and do loads of grungy stuff and scruff everything up because I cannot stand clean and simple on a junk journal. I need lots of ink on there, so that's what we're going to do. Anyway, if you missed the start and you want to watch again, then by all means, please do just go back to the beginning. This video will be here on Facebook for 30 days. Kevin will be bobbing it over onto our YouTube channel as well. In the meantime, have a fabulous rest of the week and I will be back here on Friday. Bye.